Hey, what's happening, Wargamers? Long time no see. It's been a while since I've done a video like this. But I wanted to put this one together because with the new edition of 40K and games in general just becoming a little bit, fancier and flashier and whatnot, terrain is starting to become a much bigger discussion that I'm seeing pretty much everywhere. I'm seeing it on the 40K boards. I'm seeing it on Infinity, although terrain was always kind of a big deal there. I'm seeing a lot more creative terrain projects on things like the Wartime forums, Inquisitor 28mm, and those are just like some of the big ones. I mean, it's obviously a big deal with any sort of miniature game. So what I wanted to do today is I just wanted to do a quick unboxing of a recent Kickstarter fulfillment for one of the Battle Systems kits. Now, you guys have probably seen these kicking around for a little while. They have their Battle Systems Fantasy Dungeons, Sewers, Urban, Apocalypse, Sci-Fi. So this one is one of the Sci-Fi kits. This is the Frontier one from their most recent Kickstarter. Really awesome looking terrain, really cool looking stuff. Gives a nice little bit of flair to everything. That was weird. But yeah, so I just wanted to show this off to you since I just got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open the box. We're going to take a look at what's inside, and yeah, we're just going to see how this can work for future game boards and terrain projects. So why don't we go take a look at the desk and see what it looks like. So right off the bat, this is what I essentially received. We have the Battle Systems Frontier Sci-Fi terrain, which is all terrain built for 28 to 35mm. It's all cardstock terrain. It's all pre-painted, so you don't have to worry about that. And quite frankly, it looks fantastic. So that's the box on the left. On the right, that's just some of the bonuses that came through the Kickstarter stuff. So it's going to be extra walls, extra pieces, console pieces, that sort of stuff. And then on top of that, there's actually also a 2x2 square foot, I guess, neoprene mat that came with it as well. Which again, excellent, because having more of these mats is always fantastic. It gives a nice little bit of extra flair to your battlefield, and quite frankly, I enjoy rolling dice on them a little bit more than rolling them on the hard surfaces. And if you drop a model, it's not as big a deal as if you were dropping it on something that had been hardboard and flocked and glued and painted and all that sort of stuff. So it's just a much nicer thing to roll on. So yeah, we're gonna crack open the box and take a look. So jumping right into the box, just gonna open it up, and you'll see right away that in addition to the mat that I have already on the table, mostly because I ordered a second one, the box itself also came with an additional mat. So this is actually going to give me a total of 4 square feet. 4 square feet, which is absolutely fantastic. So really excited to have that kicking around. No, that's not right. I'm not going to have 4 square feet. Sorry, my math is terrible. This is why I'm usually a writer by trade. It's gonna be able to give me 4 feet in length, 2 feet in width. So yeah, so there we go. It's gonna actually be 8 square feet. So not quite enough for a full Infinity terrain board, and not quite enough for a full 40K board. But you know what? It is a fantastic start. So and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna angle this a little bit, and there we go. So we're going to take a look at these, and these are all the clips used to affix the terrain together. So as you can see, you don't actually need to glue things, which is really fantastic. It means it's very modular. You can take it apart, you can reassemble it. Now, from my experience so far, I really don't care to disassemble it too often. Generally speaking, I think what's probably going to happen is I'm going to set up a table or a board for it, and I'm going to try and keep that terrain as assembled as I possibly can. So then we're going to get into the meat of the Frontier set, and we're just going to put that right back there. And yeah, we're just going to crack this open. So once open, we can see that it's a rather nice stack of stuff here. And I'm going to be going through this pretty much live. I haven't really taken a peek beforehand. It's been so long since I've looked at the Kickstarter, I don't remember the exact contents. But, right off the bat, we're seeing some pretty cool stuff. We're seeing things like wall displays, chairs, control panels, consoles. And these are all really neat because, they add scatter terrain to your game. They can be used as objective markers. They can be used as just things to make your game look a little bit better. And it's always nice to add that extra little bit of flair to the game. And as you can see, they are double-sided, so we're getting a whole bunch on either side in terms of designs, depending on what it is you're looking for. But obviously the consoles have a back piece, front piece, so no matter what angle you're looking at, you're getting something, which is really nice. Next up, we have obviously our staples of scatter terrain. We have our crates. We got some storage lockers, conduits. These, again, really neat because they all form 3D terrain, which means, again, you're getting some much nicer boards, much nicer looking stuff. And once again, you can see that they have their interiors, exteriors. So it looks like they can even be designed so you don't even have to put the lid on top of the crate itself. So if you want to have the open crates, which, you know, I actually rather like that. That's really kind of cool. Some more of the same design. Next up, it looks like we have, this appears to be, so railings, an elevator, which, you know, really kind of cool. Gives a nice little bit of verticality. Staircases. So it looks like there's a couple of these ones to give some nice height to your map. We got a bunch of airlock doors. Really cool. Got some cool little force field portal effects, which again, really neat. Some more storage lockers and whatever reactor chamber is doing. So that looks kind of cool. Get to play around with that. Maybe add a nice little objective marker for reactor. That looks like the base right there, so you can get a nice cylinder look to it. Then we're moving into the Gantry Ways, and again, these are all just to give some verticality to the map itself. Pretty self-explanatory, and just some more tiles, wall tiles, and you know, lockers, floor tiles, and again, you know, everything has the really nice quality to both sides, so it doesn't really matter what way you have these set up. A couple more chairs, yeah, really cool. So we're moving into some more of the actual walls now, so you can actually get some nice 3D representation of your boards. Get those nice interior ones. Now, something that these would work really well for, like obviously right off the bat, my first thought goes towards Infinity because it has a little bit of the cleaner sci-fi look. But obviously these would work great for Zone Mortalis for 40k as well, which would work really, really nicely, look really sharp. Because as nice as the Forge World stuff is, it's a little bland. Like they don't really do a lot of accoutrements for their Zone Mortalis boards, whereas these ones actually have nice touches all over the walls themselves. So you know, you have your viewports, you have exposed panels and whatnot. So it gives a really nice bit of extra flair to the board itself, which you know, I really, really dig. So that was the core product right there, and then you know, we have the additional stack here, which is just more stuff from the Kickstarter, and it looks like it's pretty much a secondary pack of everything we already went through. Yeah, so that's what it's pretty much looking at right here. And again, you know, it doesn't hurt to have more. Oh, there's some cool differences there. There's some different walls. Oh, popping some stuff out. Actually, this is a good opportunity then. So as you can see, I mean, it's just your typical cardstock type thing. Let's see if I can actually get it in focus. So it's got some decent width to it. From what I've seen, it looks like it supports a fair amount of weight, so you don't have to worry about things being too heavy going on it. And just in general, it has a really nice, durable feel to it. One of my big concerns, and this is going to be with anything that has a printed on texture to it, if you get this thing wet or you get it into a high moisture area, you know, it's going to run the risk of peeling or warping or something like that. So obviously you're going to want to try and keep it in an area that's not going to be exposed to too much moisture, too much sunlight even, just to make sure that you improve the longevity of it. So yeah, so that's the unboxing of it. I gotta say, I'm really impressed with the stuff so far. I'm really looking forward to getting it all built up, especially considering that I have there's a potential patrol style event that's going to be going on to my local game store hopefully soon, and you know, I kind of want to get this set up and ready to go for that because I think that would add a nice little bit of I guess flair, to use that word again, for the actual event itself, because we're trying to encourage more people to come out and play, and you know, if they see a nice board, that's obviously going to encourage them. I think one of my big regrets is not backing more on the Kickstarter. I kind of wish that I had backed enough for a full force for a full 4x4 map. That would have been absolutely fantastic. Just have something full for Game of Infinity, or perfect for Shadow War Armageddon, or even upcoming Necromunda, or just smaller games of 40k. So that would have been really nice. But having said that, I mean, as long as nothing weird happens with these tiles and the assembly and whatnot, I think it's very likely that I'm going to go back to Battle Systems at some point and probably pick up some more stuff. Because obviously their Frontier is just one of many, many different types of kits that they have kicking around. All really cool stuff. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the video a little bit, and I'm going to try and get one of these pieces quickly assembled, show you off a small bit of assembled Battle Systems terrain, and then we're going to call it at that point. So yeah, for you it'll just be a couple seconds, but I'll be right back with some built terrain. So through the magic of editing, it was only a second for you, but I am back, and just showing off a little bit of what I was able to quickly assemble. Now, just in general, this took me maybe 10 minutes to put together, and I would say a lot of that was more due to the fact that it was my first time assembling any of these pieces. But as you can see, I've put in some Infinity models for scale, just to give you a better idea. That Father Knight back there is just, a little bit bigger than that entryway, but it kind of works because he's supposed to be in big, heavy armor. But the Infinity models scale incredibly well with it, and everything itself works really nicely. So you can see I've put it on the mat that it came supplied with, and you can take a look at some of these, like this console right here. Really nice, solid looking console. It's got some raised beveled edges. It's got the base on it. Now, it was a little bit off when I said no gluing required. It's technically still true, but there's some pieces that you might just want to glue together. Like I did it with this table piece, simply so I wouldn't have to keep trying to center the surface of the table on the base of it all the time. I just put a little bit of glue on there. It keeps it on nice and steady. I did the same with the beveled edges. Oh, there we go, focused in. I did the same with the beveled edges just to give it that the 3D look on it. Just so I don't have to muck around with it for future use. Some of the other pieces, we have a chair here. Really nice, basic, simple. It was quite literally, 3 pieces. There we go. The back piece, the seat, and then the cross piece, just to make sure it stands up. We have a nice little console terminal for that you can put pretty much anywhere. Again, really quick, easy to assemble. Everything just slotted in, which was fantastic. I'm just going to take the Father Knight away here. Then we have a wall console right there. Again, this one required a little bit of glue, simply because this piece was a little on the loose side of things, so a little bit of glue kept it in. Now you also notice that some of these have some cuts in it to allow for bending, which is really nice. I kind of overbent this one. You can see some of the creases crinkle up there. I was a little overzealous with my bending, so it's not quite as smooth, but it gives a nice little curved look to it, which really digging, which I really liked. And then the terrain itself, again, snaps together really, really quickly and easily. I'm just going to move some of this stuff here. So as you can see, it just goes together. You can see the little rubber clips in there, which keep the wall pieces together. The doors, which you can pop in and out. I actually have one of the doors right there, so that can actually just pop right back in. Some wall struts, and windows, and you can go around and you can play around with the size of these rooms, make bigger ones, smaller ones. Just in general, there's a lot of flexibility. I have to say, I'm really, really digging this kit. I'm looking forward to diving into it a little bit more. I think what I might try and do is actually just film myself assembling some of this. Maybe try some of that live streaming I keep hearing about. And just see how it goes and build as much as I can of it. But yeah, this stuff is definitely worth a look if you're looking to put together a table of your own, if you're doing tabletop wargaming, D&D, basically anything that you want to have a nice looking 3D table for, then I highly recommend this stuff. So that's the Battle Systems This is the Frontier Sci-Fi terrain. Obviously, they have fantasy and urban as well, as I already mentioned. I will include a link below that you can go check it out. Highly recommend it. Fairly affordable as well, which really caught me off guard. I was expecting to pay significantly more for this than what I did. So again, really, really nice if you're on a little bit more of a budget like myself at times. So yeah, definitely worthwhile. When I get the opportunity, I'm definitely going to go by and pick up a little bit more, so I can build significantly more of this, and just have that really spectacular interior table. So there you go, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful. Hope you come back for more at some point. Go ahead and give the video a like, share if you want as well. Let me know in the comments below what you think about, what you might want to see. I'll try and keep doing different videos, painting videos, that sort of stuff. But it definitely helps to have a little bit of inspiration from people watching. I can't do everything because my skill set is definitely more of the slightly above average painter. I'm nowhere near some of those prolific ones out there who do amazing work. I just try to help people just do maybe a little bit more, maybe push them a little bit more. So definitely let me know in the comments below what you like. Follow along, and hopefully see you around on various forms of social media. So as always, guys, happy wargaming.